to Great Day Hollywood. We have a really fun show for all of you. So let's get right to our first guest, starring in the all-new ripped from the headlines Lifetime movie Amish Affair, premiering July 6th on the Lifetime Network, based on true life events. Here is a sneak peek. Check it out.
I hope you don't mind me saying this, but you don't act like any elder I've met before.
Oh?
I suppose you're young to be in such a position of authority.
Well, I've always felt the calling to eventually assume the role of bishop and shepherd this community.
Please welcome Ryan McPartlin to Great Day Hollywood. Hello, Ryan.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. How are you? It's nice to see you again.
Well, I'm glad to be back at work. It's a long time off, that whole writers-actors strike.
Oh my gosh. It was crazy, right?
It was a long, time to not be working. And I'm just glad to be on the other side of it. Glad to be working with Lifetime again.
Yes. By the way, speaking of the writers, strike that was going on, seemed like it went on forever. How were you able to hold up and, survive without work?
Well, to be honest, I feel like actors were the original gig workers. A lot of people are getting used to that in all the different industries now. But I live in the same house that I've lived in for over 20 years. I've driven the same car for 12, 13 years. I'm like just preparing for winter, like Game of Thrones, like winter is coming. That is me. So I've invested a little bit into real estate outside of this. So that's kind of how I've just been able to maintain a very simple lifestyle.
Yeah, that's great. Well, by the way, I screened your movie Amish Affair coming to Lifetime. The movie is based on true events that happened. Can you give us an overview of what Amish Affair is about? The story that is being told in the movie for those that, obviously have not seen this yet.
Well, Amish Affair is about a gentleman named Aaron, and his wife Sarah is suffering from ALS. Her caretaker, Hannah, comes to live with them. And Hannah and Aaron become affectionate for each other. They have an undeniable chemistry. And how things progress, obviously it's in the title, complicate things for their lives. The family life, and especially for their religious beliefs, are challenged. So I think it's pretty much a study of love, passion, chemistry, and religion all in one delicious story.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely a really good film. Very scandalous. Oh my goodness, of what happens in the movie. But what is something you learned about the Amish community and how they live life, as people compared to English people when taking on this project?
Well, a couple different things. One thing is nobody churns butter like the Amish do.
Yeah.
There was a great butter churning scene. Not going to give anything away, don't worry. But yes, I don't know if this is still the case, but what I did originally read was that they just teach everything through the Bible. Everything is Bible based.
Oh.
And I felt like, oh, that's interesting how simple, like no technology.
Yeah.
And so some areas of the lifestyle seem very appealing to the world that we're in now, of just kind of peeling back a lot of the layers. And some things go, oh, no. We have medicine. We have medicine for that. You don't need to just put it in God's hands. We can treat that now. And so it's you're really caught between, what would I do in that situation? And right now I'm ready to get rid of all technology, TVs, phones, everything in my household with my kids.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I know, right? Because everyone's on their phone. The kids are on this TikTok. I don't do TikTok. I don't even really know what it's all about, except I know people post videos and people scroll all day long because they can, be so addicted to it. Do you do TikTok?
They figured out a way to just suck up every minute of our time in a useless way to and made it addictive too. So that's my rant for the day. So
I just do Instagram and X.
Full Amish yet, not full Amish, but I'm like just borderline. Okay.
You're going on over there, that's right. Going a little bit at a time.
Yeah, I'll still
Ryan,
use my car. I'm not going horse and buggy just yet.
That's right. Now, Ryan, viewers will come to find out pretty soon, as you mentioned in the movie, that Aaron is not so great of a person having an affair while his wife is, sick, potentially living with ALS, or at least at the beginning, we think that she, has that. But can you talk to me about how you prepared for this role and the demeanor that you had to portray for the character of Aaron?
Well, I think that for me, having a complex character like this is amazing to be able to jump into and to figure out what motivates him. And when it comes to religion, and I've grown up in religion, and I know that there's many different beliefs, obviously, but when you're so committed to your religious beliefs, you have to say sometimes this is God's intention. It's God's plan. It's God's will. So if you're given these feelings, if you're given this chemistry, and if there are, and you know that your wife is dying of ALS, the timing might not be right, but who are we to question God's timing, right? And that's how you prepare for
Absolutely.
something like this as an actor, because you have to look at it as, it's not in my hands, it's out of my hands.
The film is part of Lifetime's Ripped from the Headlines. I like that, ripped from the
I love
headlines.
ripped from the
Scandalous. I
headlines.
love that. Yes, that's right. So it's part of their big summer lineup. Knowing that this is based on true events, what is your outlook on the story, and what do you really hope the viewers, will learn from the story being told?
I think two things. One,
Yeah.
you have to question yourself of why you're rooting for these two to have an affair, right?
Right.
That's what is that
Mhm.
inside of us that makes us want to see that happen, and then how to deal with the consequences. So, that's number one. Number two, I'd say base your values on your experience, not on
Mhm.
someone else's. Base your beliefs and on what you know to be true, and be authentic about it, because things are so much easier if you get ahead of them, if you feel a certain way, if you're committed to a belief, then
I agree.
just be transparent about it.
Mhm. And by the way, too, Ryan, taking on so many different roles in your career, how different of a role was this one for you, playing an Amish character?
Oh my God, that's why I wanted to do it. First of all, it started with the beard. When you start to get into the physical,
Right, I saw that in the
like
movie. I'm
I went
like,
to
look at Ryan,
stage.
he has a beard.
It's funny, I go to a stagecoach every year, and this
Uh,
year I did it while we were shooting. And
right,
normally I just have some scruff, I put my cowboy hat on.
right.
I get I get some attention from the ladies, and I'm like, hey, sorry,
Ah, ah.
like, but it feels good. And Danielle, my wife, knows that she gets a kick out of the fact that I like getting the attention.
Mhm,
Well, this year I went with the Amish beard.
mhm.
Without the mustache, it was a different story this year. There was not a whole lot of attention. So I stayed in character, and right away I was like, oh, this is what it's like for people to look at you like you're different,
Mhm.
like just not having the stash and having the beard and being
Right.
part of a community, right? So you tell like, oh, is that guy, is he Amish? I don't know. And then the wardrobe, the costume,
Mm,
our director, Robin Hayes, just really grounded the entire project, and just, said, we're coming at this like a Power of the Dog, Witness. We're going to
mhm.
commit to this, and we're going to make a really cinematic experience for the audience. And knowing how committed she was made me excited
Yeah,
about that. So yeah, it was so different. I play very likable characters most of the time, and not
yeah.
so complicated. So it was enjoyable.
And then you play the man having an affair. Oh, dun,
Yeah.
dun,
Oh,
dun.
snap.
Yeah, that's right. By the way, what did your wife Danielle think about you with a beard? Like, did she like that? I mean, because it is a little bit of a different look for you.
It's funny because in the right wardrobe,
Uh,
when I had like a tank top on, I could almost pull off like it was, Wolverine.
right?
But then you put on the Amish hat and you're like, not so
Yeah.
sexy. She didn't mind it. She loves me, any way I am. So thank God. Thank God for
That's
that.
hilarious. And also, you served as the title of executive producer on this project. What was that like to take on that role and act as well, to do two different jobs in the
Well,
film?
Lifetime has really embraced bringing me on as an executive producer, which I
Mhm.
appreciate because I bring about 24 years of experience now
Look at you.
into the job. And I've co-created projects, I developed
Mm.
project, I'm executive producer on a few different projects right now.
Mhm.
So I love that. I'm, you know, your dream as an actor is to have some creative input before before the horse is out of the barn. No pun intended. Because when you're shooting on the day, there's very limited choices that can be made within the
Mhm.
confines of that scene, of that setting, of the time
Mhm.
you have. So, as executive producer, not just for myself, but as for the whole, I'm paying attention to how all the instruments are being played and
Mhm.
making sure that it follows the director's vision and the network's vision, to be honest. But also, I always like to just push the envelope just a little bit more. Just like, hey,
Yeah.
can we take the audience on a ride that much more, to this direction to give
Mhm.
them that twist, not see this coming, and every little way possible.
Well, you guys, be sure to check out Ryan and Amish Affair. The movie premieres July 6th at 8, 7 Central on Lifetime. Thank you, Ryan, for coming back on the show. Always so nice to see you.
Thank you so much. Great to be here.
There's one movie that will sure get your kids really excited this summer. Disney's Descendants, The Rise of Red, is premiering Friday, July 12th, exclusively on Disney Plus, followed by a special encore on Friday, August 9th at 8, 7 Central on Disney Channel. I recently got to speak with the cast of the new movie releasing this summer, and here is what the stars had to say about the film. Check it out. Kylie and Malia, hi!
Hi!
My goodness, I was eating snacking on snacks while I was waiting for you. I've done ran out of my cookies. Oh my God. Anyway, but it's nice to be here with the both of you. So first off, this being the fourth installment, in the Disney Descendants franchise, The Rise of Red. Kylie, let's start off with you. What was it like to take on the role and play Red in the film?
It was so fun. I mean, it was really one of those that from the minute I read the script and I read the role, I was like, I'm in. I see it. I see the vision. I think she's cool. She has the potential to be this badass girl, but on top of it, have a lot of heart and have, a lot of
Yeah.
depth to her as well, which I think it's so cool the journey she goes on. And I mean, it is the classic like hero's journey, but told in a new way.
Mhm.
And I think it's cool that she's a princess too, because it's totally in her own way. She's taking
Yeah.
the title of a princess and flipping it on its head, which I think is cool.
I love that. And, Kylie and Malia, what was it like to, put on the wardrobe for the characters that you both play in the movie? Because the wardrobe, I mean, it's just amazing. I mean, that would just be fun in itself, right?
It really is. It's like every kid's dream of playing dress up. I feel like this was the ultimate dress
Yeah.
up, right? I remember we got to Atlanta actually a month before we started filming, not only to just train for stunts and everything that we had to do in the film, but we also got to custom design all of our outfits. And
Mm.
these creators are so, I mean, they really put everything into them with
Totally.
Red's outfit, with Chloe's, like everything was so opposite in the most perfectly contrasting way. We have little emblems that you see throughout all of our wardrobe.
Our little logos.
Yeah, we all each have little logos that they designed and put everywhere. Chloe has like around 1,000 like bejeweling in her outfit. Her
Oh,
like
yeah.
glass boots were made by hand. It's
The
incredible.
sound guy loved those.
Oh, he hated them.
The jewels
He
falling
can
off.
hear me coming every single time.
You could hear Malia
It's
from a
worth
mile
it.
away.
No,
My
literally.
goodness.
But I say props to the wardrobe people on that one because they were truly
killed it.
astonishing. Yeah.
Everyone did an incredible job on this project. And by the way, filming in Atlanta, I'm here in Georgia. I'm not far from Atlanta. So how was it like I know I should have just hopped on over to the set. How dare I not even get an invite? Oh, but it's okay. But how was it like to film in Atlanta? Like, what was the best part being in Georgia?
Wow. I mean, the Waffle House, no?
It was our first time at Waffle House.
Ooh, those
Oh, I love a good
waffles.
old Waffle House.
Love
You
a
know, that's
classic
right.
chocolate chip waffle. Honestly, it was good. It
Yeah,
was good.
no, it wasn't bad.
It's not bad at all. I mean, there's one on every corner, so
Yeah.
there's definitely no shortage of waffles for sure.
Exactly.
But no, it was fun. I think that I mean, we were on stage for the majority of the shoot, so we were just in a big warehouse. But I mean, we did some on location, like for the stepmother's house. That was like a giant castle-like house that they found in Atlanta.
And when we weren't filming, we got to explore just a little bit when we had free time. I remember we loved
Favorite parts?
Pond City Market.
Yes.
We loved Pond City
ooh.
Market.
That was our hangout.
We
for
would
sure.
hang out there. We would go. I went shopping.
Was it downtown?
It was downtown.
Downtown's really pretty.
It really, really is actually.
Downtown.
Downtown. Get a little Macklemore in you. I see it.
Macklemore.
Yeah, no, but I think Pond City Market was like our hangout location.
Yeah,
We'd always
totally.
be there. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you had a fun time filming in Atlanta. By the way, I'm super excited for everyone to watch the movie on Disney Plus and Disney Channel. Kylie and Malia, thank you so much for joining me here at Great Day Hollywood. Y'all take care, have a great day, and congrats on the movie, and have a nice summer, too.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much. It was
much.
so nice speaking with you.
Have a great day.
Hi. I'm Chloe Charming. You must be Princess Red of Wonderland. I've always wondered what it's like over there.
Hi. Oh, my goodness, the energy of it all.
Yes, we got it.
Ruby, Morgan, and Dara. Hi, ladies. Hi. Oh, goodness. So Descendants, Rise of Red debuts this summer. You know, this will be a story featuring new characters. So can you share with us the overall story of the movie? Dara, let's start off with you.
Okay. I'm a little biased because I play Uliana.
Yeah.
So it's basically about this young lady who's having issues with her mother. And she wants to find out why her mother is acting this way. So she goes back in time and she's like, listen, why is her mother acting this way? And then she meets this lovely character. Her name is Uliana. And Uliana is literally just like kind of like the nicest one in the bunch. And
like she does everything in her power to like make sure they feel comfortable.
I
So
agree.
Bridget timeline believes her.
Really believes her.
And Ella's just like a
Yes.
yes man. Like
Yeah.
"Aw."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we find out Bridget was always me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Happily ever after. And then I'm Cinderella.
Yeah.
So there's that.
There's yes.
Cinderella. By the way, you know, Morgan,
that.
what was it like to have the original Cinderella star Brandy from Disney's 1997 Cinderella movie star in the fourth installment of the Descendants franchise alongside you and your fellow castmates? I mean, that had to be
Yeah,
really
that
cool.
was a little number to find out because I found out that they were like, yeah, like you're Ella, and by the way, Brandy's Cinderella. Although,
Crazy.
honestly, like they didn't tell me that before. They were just like, boom. It was like the same time I figured that out. So
That's hilarious.
nuts.
Love that.
I grew up watching Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella with Brandy, so it was just I kind of had to just like get in my own mind and be like, Morgan, you have to have your own take on this character. Like, don't feel too much pressure. I know you're really nervous. I know you're really excited, and I know Brandy's Brandy, and she's right there. But there's a bridge to the timeline, you know. Young Ella and older Ella they're very different. They're very, very different people. She grows into what becomes this Brandy Cinderella. And so I just watched her from afar, took in her presence and her grace, and I put in the work to be Ella. But it was amazing. I
love it.
was so honored.
Period.
Now, did you all learn anything, you know, like from Brandy while being on set along with other big name stars that appear in the movie as well, such as Rita Ora and China Ann McClain, who is an original castmate, you know?
Yeah. I think just like again, like I'm sorry, I love the love of each other. Well, I think too, it's kind of difficult because we all are in the past, so we didn't get to work alongside them directly. They're very busy people, I'm sure. So it was just a lot of observing. It was a lot of observing. It was a lot of just like taking in the energy that we could get.
Yeah, and I think like I had a personal experience with China. Like when I was maybe like 10 years old, I was in an autograph signing for Ant Farm at the Sherman Oaks Galleria Mall. And I literally
Throwback.
throwback. And I had on a fedora and I had on cheetah print and a lipstick shirt. I remember it all. And I remember I was looking
No.
Thank you. And I said, I came in and she was like, "You're so beautiful." And I was like, "Oh my gosh." And that literally meant the world. And then when I met her again in the trailer, we had such a nice conversation. I ended up crying. She's such a perfect human being inside and out. I'm so grateful to know a person like her. Like, even if it was like as quick as this movie, like I literally see her as such a role model for not only me, but so many others. So shout out to China Anne McClain. I love you, girl.
That's so sweet.
Yes.
I love that. They're telling me to wrap up, but Ruby, I can't be rude to you. What was the icing on the cake for you getting to be part of such a beloved franchise? And what's the big message you want the fans to take away? Because I want to ask you a question.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I think it was so incredible. Just overall like working with the most incredible and talented and kindest cast in the world made the experience absolutely what it is. And I hope people can take away just I hope you can have a laugh, and I hope you can feel inspired and sit down and watch it with your family and friends and make some core memories.
I love that. Well, y'all are adorable. It was so much fun chatting with y'all. I can't wait to watch on Disney Channel, Disney Plus. You can watch on Disney Channel and Disney Plus, both, so there you go. Y'all have a great summer. Thank you so much. Y'all take care. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to catch our big Independence Day special airing right here on Great Day Hollywood this week. Grab the entire family because it will be a fun show for all. But until then, make it a great day, and I'll see you back here real soon. Bye-bye.